Hey, what is up everybody? My name is Rahul and in this video we'll be looking at a Tryhackme room called Surfer. So this is a reference to a server-side request forgery from what I could make out from the description, which is surf some internal web pages to find the flag. So this is a handy description, but what we have to do is find just a simple flag, and this is the IP address that we have to head over to. Now if you visit the IP address, you'll be presented with a login screen. Now if you see here, there's just a login.php button, endpoint. What we can try to do is we can see if there's register.php. So these are some of the things that you can try if you do not know what to do with your login screen. So the next thing that you might want to do is you can read the HTML code behind this to see if there are HTML comments, but unfortunately there wasn't. So the next thing in the line to exploit this is to try a bunch of common credentials. So these could be admin guest, administrator, and if this doesn't work out, the next thing that we can try to do is move towards SQL or NoSQL injection, and then we can carry it forward from there. But for the time being, let's just try with admin. And as you can see, we get to the login, we bypass or we get to the main admin dashboard. So this is a simple dashboard, and if you see here, there is the report for today. We have the server IP, we have the host name, but I do not think we will be needing this. All we need to do is just have a look at this, and this is where I got stuck because this is the part that I tried at the very end, and this could have got saved me a bunch of time. So let's just see what it says. System stats report generated, recovered from unexpected downtime. System stats report generated, internal pages hosted at internaladmin.php. Now what happens if I click on this? If you see here, it says this page can only be accessed locally. So cool. So we do not have the access to uh, you know visit this page. So what we can think, so there might be an RCE which could lead us to an SSH session, or we could even try to just grep or the cat out the content of this page, provided that there is a remote code execution vulnerability in this web page. But if there isn't, and there isn't, so to say, because we have a export to PDF button. Now there is a small history behind export to PDF button. So what happens normally is, when you visit common websites, because there are a lot of websites nowadays that give you the functionality to export to PDF or Excel and to Word and whatnot. So there, in this functionality, what typically happens is, the backend typically fetches all your data from your either the client side provided data, which I do not see we can pass in any data right here, or what it does is it tries to fetch all the data from your admin profile. So for example, if I visit my profile, what it would generally try to do is fetch the username or something like this from my full name. And what I could do here is I could inject some tags to see what difference is it making once I have the PDF exported. So let's just have a look at it, what is happening behind the scenes. I have turned on my intercept and clicking on export to PDF. Now if you visit the proxy, you'll see that it is sending a request to 127.0.0.1 and sending it to serverinfo.php. Now if I forward the request, you'll see that this is the report generated by visiting this endpoint. So if you see, previously saw what typically happened was, if I clicked on this page, I wasn't able to access it. The reason was this page can be accessed locally. So there are a few workarounds that you could have tried. So for example, you could have tried with a few headers. So for example, xhost 127.0.0.1. So these are a few x forwarded for a few headers that you could try to fool the backend that the request is coming from the localhost itself. But again, you see that you cannot fool this. So what you can try to do is, again, click on export to PDF and copy this endpoint, which is internal admin.php. Now most of the work was done by the backend itself, because it is straight away sending a request to server info.php. What I will try to do is I'll try to make this a bit simpler by copying a decoded form of this, and paste it right here. And I'll remove this and I will copy this part out, copy the link, and let's just visit internal admin.php. And if I click on forward, you'll see that we get the flag. So these are a few ways that you can try to get the flag. Let me just copy it out. But there could be other ways in which you can try to exploit this, provided that there could be some backend mechanisms that are preventing you from doing this. So there is a file protocol that you could have tried. Typically this doesn't work here because I did try to exploit this part, but it didn't work for me. Let's just try if this works. So as you can see, report generated of a file. So if you know a particular file on the backend server itself, you can try the file protocol. Because SSRF is a vast topic, all the protocols I cannot cover here, and all the functionalities or the bypasses I cannot cover here, but there are a bunch of resources at Hacktricks SSRF that you could try to visit and see if you can learn a lot from here. So thank you guys, this is it for the video.